tarot draw of the week, which is the Two of Swords. It's a rather interesting pose that the main character is in. As you can see, 2 designating the number of the swords that you see. There's the crescent moon in the sky. And then you have our central figure blindfolded, holding the swords in a crossed pattern, in sort of an unnatural position. So it definitely is indicating that it is a pose, very clearly, to this robed initiator person sitting on the edge of a shore. So behind them is distance, and I think in a way what Pixie might have been doing. Oh, by the way, Pixie Smith is the nickname of the woman that illustrated the Rider-Waite, should be called Rider-Waite Smith deck. Look how much space there is behind them. We're even reaching up into the stars, so there's a lot of air. There's a lot of space. And there's also a lot of mystery in this card as well, I think. Please get in a comfortable position. Arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And we'll be chatting about the tarot draw more, but just go ahead and initiate the relaxation protocol, the relaxation sequence that your body goes through. More than likely, it has a preferred way that it starts to let go. Maybe the focus at your shoulders and then a wiggle in the lower back, usually for me. And allow yourself to make those micro movements, those adjustments. As we're talking about the card coming up. Use this time to get as comfy as feels perfect. Right. Easy. For you and where you are. Another thing that you see besides the space is that the way the swords are being held, there's like an anticipation as well. Like the scene feels like things are about to get athletic. And so that got me thinking, are you waiting on a fight to come to you? Are they waiting? Or perhaps you're training for something with swords. Blindfolded. In a symbolic pose. At night. Does that give anybody else nostalgic Vampire Slayer vibes? As much as it does for me? But what are we feeling when we're looking into this card? A little anxious. Probably a little bound up by the rules that we've set in place for ourselves. A little tested. I wonder if anybody else has been feeling tested. Well, yes, indeed, you are being tested. You're being tested by the part of you that felt all those feelings you just went through when hearing confirmation of you being tested. Okay, so what do I mean? Self-improvement is the holy grail, is it not? We're constantly training ourselves for something, trying to better ourselves. And being tested is part of training. And training looks messy behind the scenes, so it can appear fluid on the screens. Taking a moment to feel clever about that rhyme. Training looks messy behind the scenes, so it can appear fluid on the screens. Right? Getting better at something takes training. Training takes effort. And testing validates effort. We're all constantly testing our own resolve and readiness. As the drag queens say, stay ready so you don't got to get ready. But what does readiness feel like for you? Where is that perfect line of readiness that's just past the anticipation and anxieties, but not so far that it doesn't matter anymore? You've gone too far if the waves of apathy are crashing onto the shores of disdain. And by the way, when's the last time you fed your inner goth, your inner emo kid, your very own stylish, stoic sufferer? I wonder, behind the blindfold, is there peace or a storm? It's okay to feel I'm not ready yet, but perhaps we need to stop gaslighting the universe by asking for a sign and then going, no, that sign wasn't good enough. I need a better sign. No, not that one either. I need a better sign, universe. In this next little period of time, don't let your eyes deceive you. We were gifted with more than one sense. To 27 by some people's count. So watch out for friendly fire and training accidents. Anyone else feel like they're being expected to perform well before a juried intergalactic panel as we chase wholeness, happiness, and appointment to the station of Pan-Galactic Ambassador? Just me? But while we let our minds sort of swirl and swim in emotional ninjas, readiness, and trainings by moonlight, let's come back to our sense of comfort. Maybe smoothing out the breath here and there. Allowing that motion to send the intent in waves throughout the body. Which parts of you are willingly already into the vibe of relaxation? And which parts of you are not sure they're ready to play along yet? Do the outsides of your shoulders feel ready to relax? What about your scalp? Or your face? Or jaws? We all have a usual list of suspects when it comes to areas where we hide our tension. Hamstrings being one of my favorite places. And just imagine that the breath can travel right to these places in between these spaces. And simply with breath and intent, you start a cascade of reactions that culminate in relaxation, in a relaxed body and focused mind. And also take a moment to let go of expectation of how relaxed you think you should be or what exactly it should feel like. There are different qualities of relaxation and qualities of mind that are brought to it. Maybe you've had a long day that you're ready to let go of for a little bit. Maybe you've been dealing with things that have stuck around like an invisible living backpack. Little manifestations of stress, worry, anxiety, fear, all of that. Just simply tell yourself to start letting that go. Becoming willing to let that go, if just for the space of our time together. Let the baggage, let whatever might be weighing you down, or for some reason just stuck around, even though it's already been dealt to. Imagine those things are drying to a dust within you. And after a long, deep inhale, with a little pause at the top, imagine that the breath out brings a psychic breeze throughout the body, blowing from top of the head, tips of the toes, blowing that ash, that crumbling stress away. Clearing the playing field. Feeling your very own version of air moving through the body. And also being okay with the fact that you may need to move in the little next future. And that's perfectly okay to do. We're not trying to fall asleep. We're reaching a state of relaxed body and focused mind, increased alpha vibrations out of that predominantly beta space.